New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez threatening now articles of impeachment over the immunity ruling. Here's what she writes. The Supreme Court has become consumed by a corruption crisis beyond its control. Today's ruling represents an assault on American democracy. It is up to Congress to defend our nation from the authoritarian capture. I intend on filing articles of impeachment upon our return.
I will tell you exactly what's happening here. The Constitution is a moral playbook. It's a playbook to play by to make sure that you don't lose sight of what's important and what matters in life and how a country is supposed to succeed. It's kind of similar to religion. It doesn't really matter which one you talk about, but it gives you a moral fabric, moral foundation. Majority of the Democratic Party have lost sight on that moral fabric and foundation. They want to get rid of moral fabrics and foundation, including the Constitution. This is concerning for the long term of America. And what does this teach to the young generation? That you don't have any rules to play by? You don't need rules to play by? You can kind of make your own rules, and if it doesn't work out in your favor, you go after them, including the Constitution? That's concerning.
One of the things that the mainstream media seemed to kind of gloss over yesterday, by the way, is Justice Roberts' opinion, Chief Justice Roberts. He said, of course, the president may not be prosecuted for exercising his core constitutional powers, and he is entitled at a minimum to presumptive immunity from prosecution for all of his official acts. But then he goes on to say, and this is where they stop reading, obviously, the president enjoys no immunity for his unofficial acts, and not everything the president does is official. The president is not above the law.
Yeah, I think this reflects the exact kind of jurisprudence we've seen from Justice Roberts before, where he's always worried about those unintended consequences. Sometimes that doesn't go the way Republicans always want on the court, but in this case, I think it's taking a measured view of an issue and making sure that we draw an important line here that, unfortunately, again, I think Democrats are reacting to with a really political reaction.
Well, and here's the fallout, Emily, real quick before we go. This new USA Today poll, 50% of registered voters think the Democrats should replace Biden on the ticket. And then there's more bad news for him. This epic MRA poll has Trump leading Biden by 4% in Michigan. And Governor Whitmer is now shooting down reports of her doubting a Biden victory in her state. The polling is really turning against Joe Biden because of the debate, but...
Yeah, because of the debate, and frankly, this is not going to distract voters from the things that they saw last week and the things that they keep seeing over and over again from the Biden administration, which is, frankly, the president isn't able to defend his own record or his own policies consistently.
And we have to point out last night, that address, he was on prompter. He was on prompter, and he did not look away from the prompter. He read it, and then he turned away, and he walked off. And there was a small pool of reporters, not even the full press corps was in there. It was a small pool of reporters and lots of questions, and he just went, I mean, it was clearly rehearsed, planned, and written. I'm going to say it, written for him. That's my assumption. That is my opinion.